Today I am on the way heading to Borobudur, the massive Buddhist monument in the world. So I just stopped on the way to have a look around. So I'm on my bike way to the Borobudur Temple. Well, today is day 2 for me in Yogyakarta. Yesterday was a bit busy and hectic day touring with Buddhist Temple and Ratuboku. At night I had a chance to visit the Mahayana ballet performance, which was staged just right behind Buddhist Temple. And now I'm heading to Borobudur. So the thing is that I got a combo ticket for Borobudur combined with Buddhist Temple. It's cost around $40. The thing is that they don't accept US dollars right now, but they have printed in the ticket that the price of US dollar, but they accept only rupiah, the Indonesian rupiah. So you need to bring your Indonesian rupiah. And another thing is that they have tickets online, so you can buy the combo tickets online in the official website, the Borobudur Park website. So you can get the tickets directly from there. And so this is the way to, you can see the Borobudur is written. This is the logo, the word that they have for in front of every monument. So we'll just go inside and see the massive Buddhist structure, which is the largest Buddhist structure in the world, which has undergone several renovations in the past. During the 1970s, they have done a long restoration. A lot of restoration work has taken place. This restoration work are not just an easy task. It's a mammoth task. Like you need to reconstruct the stones that have been dismantled, and you need to install it in the place. You need to fix it on the place where it was, and you need to it's like a maze. It's restoring the historical sites is not just an easy task. It requires a lot of study. It requires a lot of planning. And let's see how the largest monument on earth for Buddhist is being built on this place, Yogyakarta. This place, Borobudur, is about 47 kilometers or 45 kilometers away from Yogyakarta city, and it will take around today is a Eid day, so the roads were really empty. It took me around 1 hour and 15 minutes. I was making a slower pace, just looking around the places, so it was really good. You will have a main road. From that you need to take a left, and you get into the really beautiful places all over the field, where you can see a lot of fish farms being cultivated on that. And right from this place you enter inside the temple right now. And so let us check with that what's there. Yeah, we have come to the place where we need to ascend a few steps to reach the big monument. And right now we are here at the religious complex for Buddhist called the Borobudur Temple. This Borobudur Temple was built during centuries ago for a Buddhist monk, as a Buddhist complex. And this structure is so massive that you could never imagine the scale of the construction is. It's really a huge one. On the right back you can see there are decorations for the Eid. There's the Eid season, Eid and Ramadan season is here. So they have made such kind of decorations. It has been done a similar way in Buddhist Temple too, and in all the places in Ratuboku too. Like these kind of decorations you can see. These are beautiful decorations. And right behind me you can see the Borobudur, the massive complex. So let us head there and see to discover what the massive structure is and the scale of construction. To head to this complex, many people they try to come to the sunrise views, because the sunrise views are really awesome. And for that you need to leave your hostel or your hotel by 3 a.m. and you need to book a tour for that. And so they will bring you up here, and you get some free refreshments, it's paid along with the price. So you get some breakfast, coffee, a little bit coffee, not tea, or some snacks. So that you can go up and you can have some beautiful views of the sunrise. But I just came on my own, so I took a bike and I rode along with the help of Google Map, and so I reached here. It's not much difficult. You can just make your trip easy with this one. And here right now I am heading to visit to step on this, the magnificent construction masterpiece of the Buddhist monastery, Borobudur Temple. And you can see the scale of the construction it's really massive. It's really massive. You couldn't imagine the scale of the construction is. And this Borobudur Park has been managed by the government of Indonesia, and this site has been recognized by UNESCO. It's UNESCO. It has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Here you can see the stone tablet where it has been recognized as the World Heritage Center. So you can see this one, the Borobudur. It was built in the 8th century with a background of Buddhism, and it was included in the UNESCO list as the number dated on 1991. It has been recognized as a World Heritage Site. And you can see the Borobudur Temple, which is recognized as a World Heritage Site. And so this one is Borobudur, the giant one, which you can see at the back. The giant Borobudur Temple, which is a Buddhist temple in Indonesia. We have got two temples here. One is for Buddhism and another one is for Hinduism. But during the centuries, these two religions got disappeared from Indonesia, although they have left their landmarks in Indonesia. So, but Hinduism is not much predominantly practiced in Indonesia, except in Bali, where you have Hindus over there. And there is a Buddhist monastery here too, where some Buddhist people are staying. And so you can see a lot of tourists heading here. And this is the way to the Candi. They call Candi means temple. Temple is in Indonesian language. They call Candi as temple. And the temple is really massive. The one that you're looking now is the path that I came walking along, and this is the main pathway where you need to head to the main entrance or the main area. So this is the place. You can see the beautiful views of the straight lawn, and here now we are going to head to the temple complex, and this is the beautiful and the gorgeous one. Borobudur Temple is a 19th century Mahayana Buddhist temple in Magelang Regency in central Java. And this is the main step entry to ascend the central throne. As you see, the tourists climbing up the tower. The complex is really massive. The story of the Borobudur Temple begins with the Shailendra dynasty. Borobudur Temple is a 19th century Mahayana Buddhist temple. It was built in 3 tiers, a pyramidal base with 5 concentric square terraces, the trunk of a cone with 3 circular platforms, and a monumental stupa. The complex itself is really a massive one. As you can look from the outside external view, it's really massive. I was really stunned by the views of the massive temple. The Borobudur Temple compound is one of the greatest Buddhist monuments in the world. It's the largest one in the world of a Buddhist monument. The British Lieutenant Governor on Java, Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles, only discovered the site in 1814 upon hearing the reports from the islanders of an incredible sanctuary deep within the island's interior. The temple complex lay hidden for centuries under layers of volcanic ash and jungle's growth. The facts behind its abandonment remained a mystery. So it's been hidden from the people for several centuries. Candi Borobudur's design was conceived by the poet, thinker and architect Gunadharma, a man of great vision. It was built in Javanese Buddhist architecture, which blends the Indonesian indigenous cult of ancestors worship and the Buddhist concept of attaining nirvana. Built as a single large stupa, When viewed from above, the temple takes the form of a giant tantric Buddhist mandala. On the middle level are various stories of Buddha's life from the Jataka tales. The whole structure is in the form of a lotus, the sacred flower of Buddha. The hidden narrative reliefs, a portion of it was removed when discovered in late 19th century before the stones were put back to help ensure this temple's stability. The largest restoration project was undertaken between 1975 and 1982 by the Indonesian government and UNESCO. The whole project took 7 years to complete, with more than 1 million stones dismantled, cleaned, catalogued, and put back in place. It's really a mammoth task to undertake such a massive reconstruction of a huge monument, restoring the rumbles, the stones, the statues of the deities back into place. It's really a great feat, a mammoth task to do. As you can walk along the corridors, you can see the bas-reliefs of various tales of the histories and the stories behind the temple's architecture, and stories of the tales of the Buddhist Jataka tales, and the life of common people and the life of deities. The bas-reliefs stretches across several hundred meters. Visiting Borobudur is hard to understand how something this large and spectacular could have remained hidden for so long from the people's eyes. So this is the view of Borobudur. At the temple's apex sits the large central stupa, a symbol of the enlightened mind. The central dome is surrounded by 72 Buddha statues, each seated inside a perforated stupa. In Buddhist belief, the closer you are to the heaven, the closer you are to the gods. And the one that you're seeing now is the only one stupa which is uncovered, where you can see a Buddha statue inside it. All the rest stupas are covered. As you climb the steps of the temple, the jungle landscape of Indonesia revealing itself. It's really an amazing views here to see. And you can understand how the people who built this masterpiece felt more connected to the ethereal and the eternity. At some point in history, Borobudur Temple was abandoned and left to the wilds of nature. And it's not clear when or why this happened, but it still remains a mystery why it has been abandoned and why it has left to nature. And so these are the stupas surrounding it, and this is the beautiful view of the Borobudur stupas at the apex. Regardless, what we do know is that for at 500 years the jungle was all that climbed the steps towards the celestial. You can see people taking selfies and pictures around as you reach the apex of the stupa, where you can have beautiful views of the stupas surrounding, encircling it. The trees, vines, and animals took over one of the man's greatest creations and embraced the rocks again. From the apex, you can see a distance view of the Mount Merapi volcano, which you can see right behind it. And this is the main stupa, central stupa of the Borobudur Temple.
Once you reach the apex, you can witness some beautiful panoramic view of the jungles surrounding it, of the Borobudur Temple compound, which is really amazing, and you can have a beautiful view of Mount Merapi volcano emanating with slight sulfuric fumes. You can see around me inside 72 small stone stupas are seated 72 Buddhas inside, and each stupa has a Buddha statue inside it. At Borobudur, geometry, geomancy and the theology all instruct adherents towards the ultimate goal of enlightenment. To do a proper Buddhist pilgrimage of Borobudur Temple, you are supposed to start at the base and follow a particular route that takes you past the relief panels carved in the stone. Meticulously carved reliefs, sculptures mediate a physical and spiritual journey that guides pilgrims progressively towards higher states of consciousness. And as you walk along, you can see the intricate carvings of the bas-reliefs on the temple complex walls. There are nearly hundreds and thousands of such sculptures carved on the walls of the complex. The entire site contains 504 statues of Buddha, which is really astounding, and 1,460 stone reliefs on the walls and opposite balustrades decorate the first 4 galleries, with an additional 1,212 decorative reliefs augmenting the path on the sides. As you walk along, you can see the beautiful carvings, which some are destroyed because of the ages and over the time. The relief sculptures narrate Buddha's teaching, Dharma, depicts various events related to his past life. It's from Jataka tales. As you walk along the reliefs, you can see the reliefs closer, and it illustrates didactic stories taken from the important Buddhist scriptures called sutras. So these are the bas-reliefs carving which is surrounding the entire complex. You can see numerous of such carvings which are really intricate and really with fine details in it, with various lifestyles of Buddha and various teachings from the tales and stories, all engraved on the walls and on the pillars and on the sides. Borobudur Temple compound is an outstanding example of Indonesia's art and architecture from between the early 8th and 9th centuries. From a distance it is stunning, but as you go close to, the true magic is revealed with intricate carvings on the walls of the temple complex, which is really astounding one. You should go up each of the levels one by one, a symbolic path from the world of desire to the world of forms to the world of formlessness. And this is the teachings of the Buddhism, which inculcates moral values and spiritual sense in one's soul. The 10 mounting terraces of the entire structure corresponds to the successive stages that Bodhisattva has to achieve. At Borobudur Temple, the Kamadattu is represented by the base, the Rupadattu by the 5 square terraces, and the Arpadattu by the 3 circular platforms, as well as the big stupa. The whole structures show a unique blending of the very central idea of ancestors' worship related to the ideas of a terraced mountain combined with the Buddhist concept of attaining nirvana. So to cover this temple complex, you need at least 2 to 3 hours, which you can spend in a leisure way and visiting each and every details of the structure. I would say it will take more than half a day or a day so to look into each and every details. So it's about 40 kilometers from the Yogyakarta city, and you can easily reach by renting a bike or by booking a cab or a shared taxi from your hotel. There are numerous booking agents who can bring you to this place. It's a coupled trip with a visit to the museum too, so you can also visit the museum. So this is the magnanimous and the magnificent view of the Borobudur Temple, the largest Buddhist monument in the world. So once when you visit this temple, you will really feel the massive architecture and the architect of the artisans and the ages that has persisted several centuries ago. And so today I am leaving this monument with an enriched memories of visiting such a great monument in the world, which is in Yogyakarta in central Java of Indonesia. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you like my videos, please do share it. Thank you.